How does a young mother vanish without a trace in broad daylight, leaving behind two young children and a community desperate for answers? The disappearance of Madeline Kingsbury has baffled investigators and gripped the nation with fear and intrigue. On March 31st, 2023, Madeline Kingsbury's day began like any other. The 26-year-old mother, known for her bright smile and dedication to her two young children, was seen dropping them off at daycare with the help of their father, Adam Fravel. Afterward, the couple returned to their home in Winona, Minnesota, where they reportedly spent some time together before Fravel left. This was the last confirmed sighting of Madeline. When Fravel returned later that day, he claimed that Madeline was gone, leaving her phone, wallet, and keys behind, a highly unusual behavior for the responsible and attentive mother. Alarmed by her sudden disappearance, her family immediately contacted the authorities, launching what would become one of Minnesota's most extensive search efforts in recent history. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. As news of Madeline's disappearance spread, the small community of Winona was thrust into the national spotlight. Hundreds of volunteers, law enforcement officers, and search teams scoured the area, focusing on nearby woods, rivers, and fields. Despite their tireless efforts, no significant clues were found. The circumstances of Madeline's disappearance puzzled investigators. There were no signs of forced entry, and nothing in her life suggested she would willingly abandon her children. Her family described her as a devoted mother who would never leave her kids behind, especially without her essentials. The search extended to other states, and tips poured in from across the country, but none led to Madeline's whereabouts. Madeline's family, devastated by her disappearance, has been vocal in their efforts to keep the case in the public eye. They held vigils, press conferences, and engaged with social media, pleading for any information that could lead to her return. As the weeks turned into months, hope began to wane, but the family remained determined to find answers. Suspicion inevitably fell on Adam Fravel, the last person known to have seen Madeline. Though he cooperated with the initial investigation, he later refused to take a polygraph test and retained legal counsel. His behavior raised eyebrows, but without concrete evidence, he was neither arrested nor charged. The lack of progress in the investigation led to growing frustration among the public, who demanded more transparency and action from law enforcement. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. As time passed, the lack of clues made the case increasingly desperate. The police kept much of the investigation details under wraps, but it was clear that they were working tirelessly behind the scenes. The community, meanwhile, held on to hope, organizing vigils and continuing their search efforts. Then, in a devastating development, Madeline's body was found on June 7, 2023, in a secluded area in Fillmore County, far from where she was last seen. The discovery marked the tragic end of a months-long search that had captivated the nation. The grief felt by her family and the community was immeasurable as the reality of her death set in. What followed was even more shocking. An arrest was made in connection to her murder. The father of Madeline's children, Adam Fravel, was taken into custody, accused of being involved in her death. The news of his arrest sent shockwaves through the community, as many struggled to reconcile the image of a father with the horrific crime he was now charged with. As details of the case began to emerge, it became clear that the investigation had uncovered troubling evidence linking Fravel to the crime. The prosecution has since built a case around this evidence, painting a picture of a domestic dispute that tragically escalated. The trial is expected to be a painful process, as Madeline's loved ones seek justice for the woman whose life was cut short. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.